Hello and welcome. This morning we're doing Final Fantasy 14 since my subscription runs out tomorrow. Might as well clear the rest of this map. And what do I have left? I'm at Lake Maybe Armor Reaganol and Felicia. So basically I would have cleared these two and half of these two. Which is perfect, because when I come back it'll have the same amount. Or, not really the same amount. I already did the, whatchamacallit. The quests at the end of Shadowbringers. Anyway. Traveler. Oh, Traveler. I don't mean to bother, but can you help me find my big brother? All of a sudden, he started talking about having to prove his courage. Then he hoped on an armor flew off in the direction of the ruins above the village, all by himself. There are ghosts in that place. What if he doesn't come back? I don't want to be alone. Can you ride an Armoro too? Sure look like you can. Maybe you could fly up there and see if find my brother for me. Could he please? I can go on the water here. Who goes there? I won't go down without a fight. Oh, that sent you. What a little baby. I swear, every time I so much as leave his sight, he starts sniffling and sobbing. I told him I was just coming here to perform our village's time-honored rite of passage. Tradition has it that all boys of a certain age must fly here on the wings of an Armoro. Retrieve 3 treasures from the ruins and bring them back to the village. Hey, I have an idea. Since you came all the way up here, why don't you find something for yourself too? That's the spirit. Now remember, it has three rugs, no more, no less, or a ghost will get you. Haha. Ready then? Alright, I'll race you. I found my 3 relics. How many were you able to find? Not as many as me, I bet. Aw, you found 3 too? And we got back at the same time, so I guess that means it's a tie. Oh well. Anyhow, what are you waiting for? Show me what you got. Wow, these look like the chains that we used on prisoners. And the stone tablet, that must be the cell number. And here's the key that opened the cell door. As you might have guessed, they say this place was used as a prison before the flood. Of course, it doesn't hold anyone in now, except for ghosts, of course. Anyhow, I should get back to the village before that causes another flood with all his crying. So long, stranger. Oh, it's you. Thank you so much for bringing my brother back. He's fought off 100 ghosts to bring back those treasures. I should have known not to worry about him. He also said he would give you a terrible beating in some sort of contest, and that you were sobbing from shame and embarrassment when you left. Is that true? Well, this is our secret, but I got you a little something to make you feel better. It's not much, but it's all yours, so don't feel too bad, okay? Not everyone can be brave as my brother, after all. I'm keeping a lookout in case one of those nasty wizards from the Thirstless Shore tries to come over here and cause trouble. It's not easy in the dark of night, but everyone's depending on me. Stay strong, staff. Stay strong. I just noticed there's haptic feedback on the footsteps. That's such a cool detail. I didn't notice that until now. Well, hello there. Don't you look like an imposing individual? Forgive me for being so forward, but could I trouble you to do me a favor? Is my worthless, slacking sop of a brother. He promised me that he'd help tend to the chocobos today, but I'll bet you Gil to Gashel Greens that he's lodging out in bed doing absolutely nothing important. I've told him time and time again that he must shudder his fair share of the workload, but it's like talking to a stone wall. I beg of you, friend, unleash the full fury of your anger on that listless slout. You need something? Sorry, I'm rather busy here. Hey, what's with all the shouting? I don't even know you. Cora sent you. Well, if she wasn't trying to scare the living wits out of me, you can tell her that she's done a bloody good job. If she was. Where in the hell did she find someone like you anyway? You come from the same place as the Crystal Exarch, you say. That's a pleasure to meet you. You won't yell at me anymore, right? Some men dream of being heroes or going on grand adventures, but I'm a fisherman's son, and I reckon the slow life suits me just fine. Yes, just sitting by the still waters then. Right, time to help Cora brush the chocobos. Just stop looking at me like that, okay? Oh, it's you. I was hoping you'd come back so I could properly thank you. I don't know what you said to him, but ever since he got back, he's been brushing the chocobos like a man possessed. I know, I couldn't believe it either, but truth be told, he wasn't always like this. Believe it or not, for a time he even served under the Inquisitorium Guard, but over time the sheer terror of the Sin Eater attacks got the better of him, and one day he just packed up things and came home. He said the realm has enough heroes already, and he was happy to live out his time here until the end inevitably comes. I don't imagine he'll ever again be like the way he was as a boy, dressed in play armor made of buckets and frying pans, pretending to be the sellsword Radiska, bravely defending his companions. But he's still my brother, and I'm thankful to have him here with me, provided he pulls his own weight, of course. Anyhow, I should be getting back to work myself. Here's a little something by way of thanks. Safe travels, friend. There, girl. Don't you worry about those nasty sin eaters. Your big sister Cora will keep you safe and sound. A traveler, eh? You the type that likes to go for a dip in the water? If so, then there's a favor I'd like to ask of ye. My son's gone to participate in his fishing on the south side of Lap. But as it turns out, I'll be needing him here. Aye, there's a crate of fish what needs delivering to the facet of fishing, and it just so happens that the boy's been talking my ear off about how he wants to be the one to deliver them to this time. Oops. Oh, cool, he's still there. Oh, those water effects on the arms are crazy weird. Whoa, watch it. You're getting in water all over the place. How do you swim so fast anyway? Anyway, if you want something from me, you're going to have to come back another time. I'm busy searching for the harpoon Papa lent me. I kind of dropped it, and before I knew it, it had sunk all the way to the bottom of the lake. Wait a minute, if you're such a good swimmer, maybe you could dive down and fetch it for me? Yeah, I bet you could. You'll do it, won't you? Thanks a bunch, lady. It sunk straight down below, so it shouldn't be far. You're back. Is that what I think it is? Papa's harpoon. You're a lifesaver, lady. I saw you swimming down there. You were just like one of the lake spirits Grandpa always talked about. Grandpa says that in the old days the source was full of them, and that one day they'll come back and save us. He says they're huge and swim through the water like giant fish. Oh, I need to get back to Papa. You're coming back too, right? I'm sure Papa will want to thank you for everything you did. Well, see you. Ah, you're back. My boy's off to the Gustarium with a spring in his step. He's a willful one, not unlike me when I was his age. But he has a good lad who loves to, but he's a good lad who loves to sea, and I'm proud he's mine. We live a simple life in these parts, not much in the way of coin, high adventure or what have you, but that's fine with me. That boy's the only treasure I'll ever need. The night can return and the Isle of Ken can soar high into the sky. Me, I'll be up before dawn each day on my boat. Some things never change. I say, whatever is keeping them. My order of dried fish should have been here hours ago. I've always made my deliveries on time, and I don't expect that to change now. Perhaps you could help me, friend. 3 lazy arse fishermen have yet to arrive with dried fish they promised me, and I refuse to keep the guard waiting any longer. You'll help? Thank you oh so much. Just take these 3 orders to the fishermen whose names are written on them, and remind the lazy sods of the bloody job they are so clearly forgotten about. Hi, what can I do for you for? The girl wanted dry fish? Aye, I'm working on it, of course. I'll be taking a little more time as I'll have to dry it out just right, you see. Yours is an unfamiliar face. Is there something you need? Ah, the dried fish. I'm afraid there's been a misunderstanding. I went to make a delivery earlier, but the girl was nowhere to be found. Perhaps we just missed each other. Anyway, here they are, and tell her she's lucky. This is the tastiest bunch I've had made all week. Yes. Yes, I have what the girl seeks. Unfortunately, my task keeps me here. Perhaps you could deliver my fish in my stead. There you have it, and tell the girl I am certain my product will prove worth the wait. There you are. Well, I hope these fishermen gave you my fish and not more excuses. I see. Well, I suppose that's about the best I could have hoped for. Thank you, friend. The guard are notoriously picky about both the quality and quantity of the rations they order, and I take pride in giving them precisely what they want. After all, if they weren't here to keep us safe, we'd be doing a lot less fishing and cooking, and a lot more fighting and dying. That's why I simply refuse to keep them waiting. I understand that the fishermen have their pride as well, but sometimes the job just has to be done. Anyhow, I'm sorry for asking you to be my delivery woman. I'm sure you have much more important things to do. Please accept this as a small token of my gratitude. Catch the fire, gut the fish, salt the fish, dry the fish. The more I think about it, it really isn't such a bad life after all. Hello there. You are a traveler who is in the talk of the village, yes? Superb. There's a small favor I was hoping to ask of you. Have you, by chance, in your journeys across the realm, encountered those curious little creatures known as the Mord? Splendid. That's just the answer I was hoping for. I would be most obliged if you could meet with a Mord merchant who's come to town and negotiate a simple transaction on my behalf. Under normal circumstances, I would, of course, go myself, but I fear there is a matter of most pressing business to which I must attend. I've asked around the village, but everyone, even some of the burliest fishermen types, seem downright frightened of the little fellow. I suppose they can't all be blamed. We don't see many of their kind in these parts, after all, and the unfamiliar can be off-putting. At any rate, I would appreciate it ever so much if you could handle this task in my stead. Needless to say, I will see that you are duly compensated on your return. You're the one from Ron's shop, yes? Yes, you are. If you come for more smooth and shiny pots, I'm afraid you come at the wrong time. No, I have none today. What is this? Chewing salted fish liver? Yes, this is most tasty. Many a Mord will pay good coin to put this in his belly. Oh yes. And this bottle, I have seen it before. Yes, I have. You were sent by someone from Not, no? Then I have the perfect thing for you. Take this in return and let the villagers rejoice and be sound. What is it, you ask? Why, it's full to the brim with the plumpest, juiciest, squirmiest worms you have ever seen. I know it's tempting, but try not to gobble and gorge yourself on them, yes? Ah, there you are, friend. I trust the transaction went smoothly. Would you look at these worms? So plump, so juicy. Why, I can almost see why the Mord enjoy, or perhaps not. At any rate, our fishermen will be overjoyed. Bait like this is sure to bring in a healthy haul. I mean to make a point that this would not be possible without the cooperation of the Mord. Eventually, I hope to convince them that the little fellows aren't so bad after all. They're actually quite charming, wouldn't you agree? At any rate, thank you, friend. I trust this will suffice as payment for your efforts. The old legends have it that the source was the first thing to take shape when this world was created. Gazing out over it, you can't help but be struck by how fleeting our own lives are in the grand scheme of things. Dad Fort. Of all the days to be a traveler, don't get many of those around here. Say, did you see a woman out and about on your way here? Short little thing about ye high to my knee. Hmm. Well, isn't that just my luck? An investigator from the facet of gatherings came come to these parts to research the local flora and fauna of some such. I've been tasked with looking after her, but now she's wandered off somewhere and refuses to come back. There's pirates around here, and worse. Normally I'd say if some full woman wants to get herself killed, she can be my guest, but if her dead body washes up on shore, I'll be the one to take in the blame, and that's less appealing a prospect. Anyhow, if you see this bumbling wench around, tell her Dadford said wrap up whatever it is she's doing and get herself back before she gets hurt. Ah, don't sneak up on me like that. Can't you see you gave me a terrible start? Wait a minute, I've seen you before. You're staying at the Crystarium, right? Pardon my little outburst. Please tell me I frighten easily. People tell me I frighten easily. Anyhow, whatever you're doing all the way out here, is there something you need of little of me? Dadford is worried about me, you say. Why, how considerate of him. I wouldn't have thought him the type. I must head back to the village at once. There's just one little bitty rub. I seem to have misplaced some of my possessions. Well, perhaps not so much misplaced as dropped them whilst running away, crying and screaming when a pirate appeared before me. But same difference, right? What sort of possessions, you ask? So that means you'll be helping me, I presume? Splendid. I thought you looked the generous type. Anyhow, it's just three little things. My staff, my field notebook, and my tiny little pouch. If you could find them for me, I'd be ever so obliged. you're back. You have my belongings with you. Oh, please say you do. That you do. My staff, my pouch, and most importantly of all, the notebook containing the most monumental findings yours truly has ever gleaned. You've done a great service today, friend. And with that, I simply must get back to Knot and assure dear old Dad Fort that I am safe. To think that such a tender heart lay behind the dour rein. Thank you, traveler, and tada. I came back, hoping to receive a warm welcome and a hot cup of tea from old Dad Fort, but instead he gave me a tongue lashing like you wouldn't believe. Why on earth did you warn me? I dare say the pirate I met out there was more welcoming. I swear, I never met a man more fit to serve as elder of a village they call Sullen Hells. I wouldn't be surprised if they named the damn place after him. Yes, I know that the name is far older than that, in that it came from the dour faces that many a fisherman tends to wear. I also know that of them, Dad Fort included, are especially gentle souls deep down. They just aren't so good at showing it. Anyhow, I'm not afraid to show my emotions, and I'm incredibly appreciative for all you've done for me today. Take this as a token of my thanks, and tell old Dadford that I'd sooner die than come back to this stinking backwater little shanty town. Okay, I'm gonna take a short break. I'll be right back. I'm back. One more quest. Then I'm telling you, it's fine. Let's go and find the treasure. Are you mad, Yarlick? If Mother finds out we went to the forest, I don't even want to think about what she'll... Oh, hello there, Miss Traveler. What can we do for you? Wait, did you hear us talking about the treasure? Bane. It's too late now. Well, I'll share our secret with you. Just promise you won't tell anyone, okay? We were playing by our favorite tree, and we found a bottle stuffed into a belt hollow. And inside the bottle was a treasure map. It looked like you've been all over the place. Have you ever hunted for treasure? Hey, maybe you could go treasure hunting for us. We were going to go ourselves, but if the grown-ups caught us sneaking around the forest, we'd be in real trouble. Please, won't you do this for us? I wanted to be the one to dig up the treasure, but fine, you can go. As long as we get to split the treasure 4 ways, we're the ones who found the map after all. Thanks, Mrs. Traveler. Here's the map. The treasure's buried to the east of here, right where you see that big red cross. Good luck. Well, did you find the treasure? Did you? Huh? It's full of old rings. Wait, I've seen these before in a picture for... Look, these are rings that the people in the Church of the First Light used to wear. The church? You mean those crazy people who used to worship the light? Well, they're not around here anymore, so I guess they won't mind us taking their treasure. Remember, we're spreading it 4 ways, just like we promised. You can take the first pick, stranger. After all, we never would have had treasure without you. that's gonna do it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Peace.